Hi, Mandy here from SunflowersAndDors. Welcome back to my channel. Really good to have you with me. And yeah, I hope you enjoy what we're going to be making today. So today we're going to be looking at a flip-flop journal. You've probably seen lots and lots of these floating around at the moment. They've been on my to-do list for a while. So I finally bit the bullet and I'm going to have a go. I'm going to try and probably do this over 2 videos, maybe 3, but we'll aim for 2 at the moment. And what I'm going to do is, rather than use envelopes, I am going to try and use some card. So I've tried to work the measurements out beforehand, and I've cut the card to measure so that you haven't got to watch me go through all that process. So I've got 4 pieces of card here. The first one is 18 centimetres tall by 13 centimetres wide, and I need to put a spine on this. And that spine is going to be 5/8 of an inch, which I may not just have enough for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. 7, 8, 7, 6, 5. So 5/8 of an inch I'm going to score this first piece at. So we've got 18 centimetres by 13 centimetres, and I've done a 2 centimetre spine on the right hand side. Okay. I've gone for cream card because I'm going to use a kit. So I'm going to check this right. I'm going to use a kit to cover the pages. If you go with already papered card, then you don't need to cover that. So it's entirely up to you what you want to do. But that's card 1. Okay. Card 2 is 21 centimetres high by 11 centimetres wide. We don't need to do anything with that in terms of scoring. Card 3 is 21 centimetres high by 24 centimetres wide. Now with this one, I'm going to score it at 5/8 of an inch for the hinge. Okay, and then this needs to be folded in half. So I'm going to fold that because I didn't work the measurements out on this. So I'm just going to fold that in half for a minute here. And then I'm just going to score that to reinforce it. Okay, so 5/8 of an inch or 2 centimetres score line, and then with the remainder I've folded it in half and just reinforced that score. And then our 4th piece of card again is the same, 21 centimetres tall by 24 centimetres wide, and I want to do a 2 centimetre spine. So that's 5/8 of an inch there. And I'm going to do exactly the same. I'm going to fold this in half just because I didn't work out the measurements. And I'm going to just quickly score to reinforce that. Okay, so we've got our 4 sheets of paper there. And what we're going to do, we're going to start off with inking around the edges on these. I'm going to use walnut stain because the kit I'm working with is quite dark. So I think the walnut stain will match it. So I'm just going to do that around each piece of card, and then I will be back with you. So we've got our 4 pieces of card, and we have inked around them. Just missed that bit there. And what we're going to do now is we're going to put them together. Okay, so I've got a bit of an idea here where I want to do it. This video is an inspired video. I will put in the description who inspired me, and there are a number of people who have seen videos do this. Shanna from Shanuki Art was one of the most recent, but I will put in the description who inspired me with this video. So the first thing I'm going to do with this piece number 1, and I'm going to get piece number 2, and I'm going to attach piece number 1 hinge to the back of piece number 2. Okay, so I'm literally just going to attach this. I don't want it to be centre. I do want it to be able to close, so we're just going to go with that there and make sure that it's nice and tightly fitted. So we've attached 1 and 2 together. Okay, so that's 1 and 2. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to attach number 3. Let me just check this, because I've tried to do a bit of a mock-up here so that I know what I'm trying to do. So we've done that one there, which is fine, and then that one is the one we're looking at. Okay. So I'm going to attach number 3 behind number 2 as well, like that. I think. This is my first attempt, so it will be interesting to see what it turns out like. Now, if you are listening to me saying that, then you know it worked. If not, then I know it didn't work, and this will be there'll be another version following this. So we've attached that there, and that is going to fold number 1 to 2, 2 to 3, and we're going to fold number 3 backwards like that. Okay, and then we're going to attach 3 to 4. I hope you are with me. Remember that old advert, Are You With Me or With the Woolwich? Something like that, wasn't it? That just came to mind then. I don't know why. I don't even know why I shared that. That's probably absolutely irrelevant information there for you. So we've attached 1 hinge behind number 2. We've attached number 2 to number 3 by putting the hinge from number 3 underneath number 2. Then we've attached number 4 to number 3 by putting the hinge for number 4 underneath number 3. Okay, we're going to fold this first one over. That one then gets folded like that, that one like that, that one like that, that one like that. So it's almost like a concertina thingamy-bob. And what we've got is this end piece here. Now this is a little bit too long, so I'm going to cut some of that off. I'm actually going to cut more off it than I need to, because I think I would like the very front page to be a little bit short of the second page, if you like. So like that. So I'm just gonna ink that there. So again, just to confirm, this is how we've attached all of our pieces together, and we've folded them over, under, over, under, over. So we've got a concertina type look. So that is going to be the basis for our flip-flop journal. What we're going to do then is we're going to put a signature in here, a signature in here, a signature in here. So we've got 3 nice signatures. And then we're also going to put a signature in here and a signature in here. So we will end up with 5 signatures for our journal. They're not going to be huge signatures because I don't want this to be ridiculously chunky. We still want to be able to work with it. So we're going to go for 5 signatures. So that's the next step now. Before we do anything else, we are going to start putting our signatures together. So I am just going to grab some different bits and pieces of paper, and we will have a little play and see how we get on. Okay, so I've got a number of papers, and what I am going to do, I'm probably going to go for no more than 5 I'm going to go for no more than 5 signatures, I think, for each page. That's the plan. So I'm going to do 5 each of these first. Okay, so there's our signatures. 5 signatures. So that's going to bulk it up quite a bit already, you can see. What I will be doing, and I'm not going to do that with you now, is I will be looking to cut these signatures down to size so that they fit in these sections really, really well. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start by looking to just decorate this first part of the journal. Okay, so I'm going to decorate, and I'm going to use the Steampunk Blues kit to do this. Now I'm hoping I can fit that on the first page. So I'm just going to trot off some of these tops and bottoms first, and then I'll be able to work out if I can get this on the front page or not. So we're going to be looking to cut it about here. Let's do that quickly first. There. And then we're going to be looking to cut off. So I'm going to cut a little bit from the top because we've got a little bit to play with. And then I can just cut off this bottom piece here. Like so. So I'm just going to ink around I was going to go for an autumn themed piece, but I think I'm happy with this. I think it'll look quite nice. And I'm having her off centre because I'm going to be having a closure on here, which I don't want to get in the way of her. So that is my reasoning. So let's glue her on. I'm using a wet glue just because it lets you move things around. Let me know if this is working. So a wet glue just to make sure that we've got enough moving space if we need it. And that is going to be our front piece of the cover. The next piece I'm going to use is going to be this here. I don't really want to waste the pages. So and I suppose the key here is that even with digitals, you don't have to use a digital for what it was supposed to be. These were journal pages that were supposed to be used in an A5 journal, but I'm cutting them down to use them in my flip-flop, and I'm likely to use some of the ephemera pieces as well, because I think they will look pretty good too. So that is the idea. Okay, and we're going to add our pockets and our other bits and pieces as we go along, so I'm not overly concerned about those. I'm hoping these will fit because of the height. I've got to take the tops and the bottoms off these, so I am hoping that they're going to fit. But that's why we've inked around the edges of the card, because if they don't fit, you've got the darkness from the card anyway, so it's all good. I'm going for this corner piece here. Now, because these are inside pieces of the journal, they don't have to be super focused. You know, they don't have to be like major design pieces. You can go quite plain or whatever it is you want to do for this one. Now, as you can see, it doesn't fit perfectly top-wise because I've had to take too much off. If your printer prints out borderless, then that might be an option. I just don't know how to get mine to print borderless. I've tried and tried, and it just spits out the same copies as if I was doing it non-borderless. I'm sure I will work it out at some point, but at the moment, me and my printer don't have we're not friends at the moment. Yeah, let's just leave it at that. Okay. So again, even though it doesn't go right up to the top, you can see the inking, so that doesn't matter. Now the others are going to be pretty much the same size, all of these. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more pieces. So I'm just going to get on and cut those down without bothering you, and yeah, I'll catch you back up once I've finished. Okay, so the next step is I have cut all of these to shape and size, and I have inked them all. So the next step is literally just going to be to pop them on our pages. The card I'm using is 300 GSM cream card, so it's a nice thick card for a cover or covers. The paper I have printed onto is 120 GSM, so again I just like that it gives you that additional kind of thickness, you know. The bulk of our journal is kind of structure now, is put together. You want to add any laces and stuff afterwards, that'll come with the decorating stage. But as it stands at the moment, we've got our front cover here. That will then be a signature in there. We've got 2 pages here, which I'll probably put some pockets on. We flip it over, we've got another 2 pages, which I'll probably put some more pockets on, and we'll have a signature in there. And then another 2 pages, which I'll put pockets on, signature in there. And then we've got our back piece here. And then, have we done the insides? We've got another inside here and another inside here. So, fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to choose a couple of bits of paper for the pockets. I might use some of those as well. Got some pockets there, some pockets there. I'm going to use some of the tabs I think there. Those were bonus pages, that was Justine's page, so I think I'm going to use some of these pages here to create some bits and pieces in. So I absolutely love these, and I think they might get away with putting those as, not going to get away with a pocket because they're too big. I can't have them as a side piece because of the direction, although I don't know whether I'm going to get those to work, but that's okay. Let's start off, shall we, with the pockets. Oops-a-daisy. So I'm not going to use the, what do you call them, the hinges, like the gusset pieces for these pockets, because I don't want the pockets to be overly thick. I don't want the journal to be overly thick anyway. So I'm just going to use the pocket pieces and I'll just glue those in as little mini pocket pieces for this one first. So I'm going to grab some of the card that I had left over from our cut-offs, because I think I'm going to be able to back this just to give them a little bit more stability. So I'll pop one there. And we'll pop another one. Here. Go like that. So again, I'm just going to quickly ink around the edges. And what I think I'm going to do with these is I'm going to try, I think, and keep some of the pattern matching together. What I mean by that is I've used a bird there, and I could pop that on there like a little bird pocket, which doesn't need it, but it just adds a little bit more interest, I think. So I'm going to do that. And I'm just going to put a thin layer of glue, not my normal, let's throw it all over the place when I'm doing a tutorial. And I don't want it spilling out all over the place either. So I'm going to pop that on there over to this side slightly. And we've got an immediate little pocket. I'm going to go, where did I put the owl? The owl is there. So I want to put this on this side here. So that will go over there, and I'm going to again pop that slightly on the inside piece. So we've got two pockets straight away. I also want to use some tuck spots. So what I could do is, let's cut this out a second. Okay. So I think I'm going to cut that like that, and I'm going to cut that like that, and I'm going to attach this again to a piece of our card. That's not quite big enough, but I can just cut that end piece off like that. So again, I'm just backing it onto some card because it will give me that extra bit of stability. I hate cutting around these things. I'm terrible at it. Not too bad. I've done worse. So I still get a little bit of the shape of the index card, which is a bit quirky. And I'm going to pop that there as a text spot. So I'm just going to glue down the left-hand side and across the bottom. I don't know why I'm trying to do it like that. I can't even see that far, let alone try and pop a pin in there. So again, pop that there like that. And we've got a pocket, a text spot rather, that matches our front page. Okay. So what else do we want to do? I have got somewhere some which I don't know that I've printed them off, some tags that I can use. They don't seem to be there, but I do have some. Where's the other paper I said I was going to use? Is it here? I'm looking for the words. Because on the front of this, I will be using some words on the front of this, and I'll probably be popping one of those on here. So should we go with fantasy? Or let's go with steampunk. Jules from JT Creations is just in a steampunk journal, and his is absolutely fabulous. If you haven't seen it, I really highly recommend you pop over and have a look, because it's just brilliant. I'll try to remember to link Jules's. Jules is one of the moderators in our Facebook group, Junk Journal Ideas and Inspirations. She's fast becoming one of my favourite YouTubers. Yeah, I'm absolutely loving what she's doing. She's got so many creative ideas, and steampunk was one of them. So yeah, definitely recommend you pop over and have a look if you haven't already done so. So I'm just going to ink around the end of that. What I'm going to do with this is I would like a little bit, I think I'd like some brads on that, but I can't put them through now because I've already put my pocket on the other side. So it always is a good idea to pre-think through your stages. I'm dreadful at it. So yeah, that is always a good idea. Just popping a hole in here. It's not the safest way either, so definitely wouldn't follow me. I'm going to try to see if I can have these on here without what tends to happen, because they're quite big brads, they tend to show through the card. So I just sometimes cut a little bit off. It's an easy fix. So again, I'm going to do the same on this one. There. And I might do a little bit there. And then I can attach that on there. I think I'd like to put a little bit of fabric on that before I do it. I'm not normally one for laces, but yeah, let's have a look and see if we've got anything in the little box that might be useful. We've got some little offcuts. That's quite cool. Right, what are we looking at? No, don't like that. They're too big. That could work if I cut it down a little bit. Don't like that one. And again, I could potentially cut the bottom of this down and have that on there, but I don't think that actually brings anything to the table, party, whatever. So I'd be popping that on there like that. So I'd be looking to cut this down here, and I would be looking to take off this just excess piece here. So that would leave me with that there and that there. What do we think? Yay or nay? I really don't know. I mean, that's just a much more simple look. I think I'm going to go with that. Yeah, before I change my mind again. So I'm just going to glue this down on here, like that. Okay. I need to put a touch more there. And this Fabri-Tac, this glitter glue, our glittered glue does dry see-through, so if you do get any spills here, there and everywhere, it's not the end of the world with this stuff. Okay, so we've got our front cover anyway with a little steampunk label. We've got a fly, so the back door's open. We've got a little tuck spot there. We've got a page here which we're going to put some pocket or a tuck spot on, and then our signature will go in the centre. We've got another 2 pages here which we'll put some pockets and tuck spots. Another 2 here the same with signatures. We've got a little pocket on the back here, and then we've also got a pocket here, and we will put I think something in here too. I might even just put one of the small dragonfly pockets there. Got one here. Let's have a look and see what that looks like. And again, I'm not going to keep those hingy things, gussets, because I'm happy to just pop this on as a pocket without it being too bulky. I was a bit optimistic. So was that. Okay. So that'll go on there, like that. Again, we're just going to ink around the edges. Don't necessarily have to ink around the edges on this one, because there's so much grunginess in it anyway. But a lot of people just like to get rid of those white spots and ink around, which is pretty much why I do it, I think. Yeah. So we'll pop that one there as well. And we've got a flip-flop journal that is coming along quite nicely. I think I'm probably going to leave it there. And what I'll do off camera before we come back is I'll cut the signature pieces down to size so that they're ready to sew in. And I will also decide on some more of the ephemera, print out the tags so that they're ready to go as well. So you haven't got to watch all of that process. But yeah, we'll leave it there for now. I hope you enjoyed. Love to know what you think so far. Put some comments in the comment section below. And I will catch you in the next video. Until then, as always, stay safe, be well. Bye for now.